All right, y'all, so never a dull moment on this trip. We got all set up at our campground in Humboldt Park, and somebody came through and said to evacuate the campgrounds because there is a fire that is approaching the camp. Okay, so wild camping night number 2. We successfully made it. This time we had a lot more trouble finding a campsite. We wound up just seeing a couple of RVs and vans that were pulled off on a quiet road, and we joined them, and it worked out to be completely fine, but we were a little bit nervous about it. But it's pretty here. It's actually, there's some farmland right here, and then I think there's a beach back there. So this one was a little bit more stressful than the one last night. It's a little bit gloomier of a day this morning too, but I'm very proud of us that we found a spot and that we kind of roughed it out. We almost went to a campsite because we got real stressed out about it. So we're doing good. I think we might make it. Breakfast of champions.
So here's our mobile workstation. We're in our van. We have our laptops being powered by a little inverter here, a power inverter. And we're using the internet from the Starbucks, at least I am.
Oh, I am not using the internet from Starbucks, but we did get some Starbucks coffee today, just like we did yesterday. So we're not freeloading from Starbucks.
That is true. But yeah, we've popped into Starbucks a couple times and it's helped us out. So we are just about a mile away from the Golden Gate Bridge. Gonna be able to see this thing. Driving through San Francisco right now, you can see the rolling hills of San Francisco. Really cool buildings. I think that some of the favorite American sitcoms have been filmed in these neighborhoods here. Hey guys, so we just got here. We stopped in San Francisco. We're now standing on the edge of the Presidio. It's a big 1,500 acre park, just kind of in San Francisco. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge behind us over here, probably the most famous bridge in the world. But also inside of the perimeter the Presidio is Lucasfilms, along with the Yoda statue. So for the Star Wars fans out here, really, really cool. It's closed right now, so we won't be able to see it, but it's really cool that it's out here.
So I'm excited to be here at the Wave Organ. We found this in Atlas Obscura. It's a book of kind of random places that you can find around the world, hidden gems, if you will. So the Wave Organ was built in 1986 by Peter Richards, and it was created from marble and granite from a demolished cemetery back in the 80s. It was built to amplify the sounds of the ocean, hence the Wave Organ. So the music that you're hearing behind me, that's not the Wave Organ. There is an accordion player that's hanging out back there. So normally what you would hear here, if it was just the Wave Organ itself, is the sounds of the ocean. Those are amplified by more than 20 PVC and concrete pipes that again are supposed to amplify the sounds of the waves. So it's a really cool concept. It's a beautiful place. We're right at the edge of Presidio Park, and it couldn't be more gorgeous. Approaching the Golden Gate Bridge. Here we go. We are about to go across the Golden Gate Bridge with very narrow lanes. So we're gonna hang back here behind all these other cars. This is really cool. Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning, California time. We are waking up in San Francisco, and I'm so excited to show you guys the view outside of our van. That right there, my friends, is the Golden Gate Bridge. We slept at a rest stop right next to the Golden Gate Bridge, and all evening we were able to see the bridge all lit up. You can't see it very well right now because it's in a haze, but the city of San Francisco is over there. It was lit up so beautifully last night. So this is a pretty epic experience, waking up and looking at the Golden Gate Bridge. Really one of the big highlights of van life, I guess. We are driving through wine country here in California. We're not quite to Napa Valley yet. We just passed the road to go down to Sonoma, but we're not heading there today. We are just heading over to Napa, but look how pretty this is. It's such a dream to be going to Napa right now. I've wanted to go there basically my entire adult life since, oh wow, look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. Anyway, this is really exciting and I am pumped to be finally visiting Napa Valley. We are at the Arteza Winery, recommended by our friend Krishna, who is a wine connoisseur. They were here last year. She said this place was really fantastic and it had gorgeous views. So far the views are not disappointing. So I am super pumped to be here and we'll see you inside. This is our tasting list. There are 2 different tastings and Ryan was really smart. He asked if we could do one of each, so we will get to try all of these wines. Excellent work, honey.
So we just finished our wine sampling, and beautiful, beautiful winery here. Treated us well. It's delicious, really good wine. And we're about to go check out the terrace. Alright guys, so we stopped at this roadside attraction, I guess, called Confusion Hill. About to go find out what it's all about, but apparently they have a gravity house, or Gravity Hill, I think, or Gravity House, yeah, where apparently there's supposed to be some opposition to gravity there. So we're gonna go check it out and see what it's like.
Hi.
So that's pretty weird. Looks like it's going uphill, but the water is still draining up. Weird.
Wait, try to stand up without using your arms.
Yeah, you look like you're leaning towards me.
You do it. Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah.
You can do it.
It is, yeah.
Don't use your arms.
I can't help it. There's no way.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Wow, look at you.
But then I fell down. Ready?
Yep.
Whoa.
So here's Becky dangling on this bar. So I'm holding the camera at the same angle as the floor, and you can see Becky is just...
That's floor level?
Yeah. This is at the same angle as the floor. Alright guys, so the Gravity House was really interesting. It really like throws your mind off. I don't know how to explain it. It's I mean, it's obvious what's going on, but it like messes with your mind, so really confusing. Sorry. Also, when I say that it's obvious what's going on, it's the house is built at an angle. So it's like all shifted, so when you're walking on the floors, they're already angled down. But your mind has a really, really hard time interpreting that and realizing that. So it seems as though everything is just like crazy. Alright guys, so we just finished here at Confusion Hill and we saw the Gravity House. They have other attractions and things, mostly for the kids. This, by the way, is totally a tourist trap, but I think it was pretty fun. I think that it was pretty cool to see the Gravity House and spend some time in there and get confused, and it was fun.
I liked it.
Yeah. Anyway, check it out. It's, like I said, totally a tourist trap, but I think it was time well spent. And it was only $5 per person.
We're about 30 minutes south of Humboldt.
Yeah.
On the 101.
That's right.
All right, y'all, so never a dull moment on this trip. We got all set up at our campground in Humboldt Park, and somebody came through and said to evacuate the campgrounds because there is a fire that is approaching the camp. So we literally just threw everything into our camper van, including all of our wet laundry, and we are driving out of the camp. So no showers tomorrow for us, but once again, staying safe and staying healthy is our priority and everybody else's. So they have done a great job here by driving around telling everybody to evacuate immediately and making sure that everyone is staying safe.
All right, so this is our first time into Redwood National Forest. It's actually a national and a state park. So we're walking to Lady Bird Johnson Grove. It was dedicated in 1968. So I'm sure the park has been around a lot longer, and even the forest has been around longer than that. But the grove was dedicated in 1968.
So y'all, this is one of the redwoods at Redwood National State Park. As you can see, it's huge. So this is the edge of it over here, and this is me. But you can see that it goes all the way back here, and if you can see back behind here, there are more trees back here, but this is still the same tree. Still the same tree. Okay, this is the end of the tree. Now, look how tall it is.
All right, guys, so we are wrapping up an epic day today. We're here watching a beautiful sunset. We found this really incredible parking spot, or camping spot, I guess, for the night. You can see behind us the vans. And here's our view as we watch the sun go down. So really, really beautiful. Still in California. We're almost to Oregon. We'll be heading there tomorrow. All right, so we left California, our campsite in California this morning, and we just crossed the state line into Oregon. So we are on our way to Crater Lake, and we are officially in Oregon. Just got to a new national park today. We're at Crater Lake here in Oregon. Really cool feature about Crater Lake is it was developed by a volcano erupting and collapsing and creating a crater, hence the name Crater Lake. Another cool fact is that it is the deepest lake in the United States.
Y'all are going to be really excited when you see this.
So this is our first time actually looking at it. And there it is.
Pretty. Wow, that's pretty.
That is gorgeous. So it's just a big caldera where the land just collapsed and just filled with water over time. Wow, that's just an unbelievable view. That island out there is called Wizard's Island. I don't know why, but it is. And way off over there in the right corner is the Phantom ship. So I guess it looks like a ship that's out in the water. But this is unreal. This might be one of the most beautiful places we've seen so far on this trip. The volcano erupted 7,700 years ago, creating the lake that you see behind us. Wizard Island is actually a newly formed volcano that actually emerged about 4,800 years ago. So there's a whole new volcano, and they say that Mount Mazama, which actually erupted originally to create the lake, is dormant but not dead. So you have two volcanoes here. We got back, we made it, we went on our first hike around Crater Lake. We actually did the Discover Point hike, and then part of the Watchman hike. We didn't realize the Watchman hike was actually about a 4-mile hike from where we started. And we just started too late in the day to go through it. So you can see the sun's already starting to go down. It would have been nighttime by the time we got back. So we decided to cut it short, came back, got a snack, and we are wrapping up, about to go find our sleeping spot.
But check out that beautiful sunset that's happening over there.
Sorry about all the bug goo on the windshield. Can't really help that very much, but just wanted to show off this really pretty view. We're in Oregon. We're driving to Mount Hood. This is actually Central Oregon. Hello everybody, we are out here at Ramona Falls Trail.
Mount Hood.
Yeah, so Mount Hood, I don't know that I can see it right now, but we're basically, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles from the base of it. Pretty close, really nice area. This forest is pretty shady, although it's pretty hot. We're in Central Oregon, where Mount Hood is, and it's probably 85 degrees in it right now, so it's nice to be out in the shade, but it's going to be a hot day today, I think. In any case, we are hiking to some waterfalls, hence Ramona Falls, the name of it, so hopefully it's beautiful. I don't know if you can hear the river in the background, but we're walking alongside the river right now. All right, guys, so this is actually a first for our trip. I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know how Becky feels yet, but the trail that we're on is a loop, so it goes across the river. However, there are no bridges, and there have been several warning signs or direction signs telling us how to cross the river. We actually have to walk across the river somehow. So we're going to give it an attempt and see if we can get right over there at the trail. All right, so Becky has insisted on going first, so I'm going to film her going across. All right. Whew. It is frigid water. I am glad I did not fall in that. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it is cold. That feels nice.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Y'all can see how red I am. It was a long, hot hike getting up here. Also a lot of fun. It's not my favorite thing, but that's okay because we finally got to see a waterfall for the first time on this entire trip. Thank God.
All right, guys, so we made it to our last state for this trip. We're in Washington State. We just drove over the sea line. So we are, for the night, we're gonna go to a truck stop and catch a shower, sleep somewhere, and get some food and some water because I'm very thirsty, and I'm sure Becky is also. And then tomorrow we're gonna go find out what Mount Rainier looks like. All right, guys, so we made it to Rainier. This is going to be our last night and our last real day, I guess, on our trip. Mount Rainier, it's a national park in Washington. It's just outside of Seattle, or I guess a couple hours outside of Seattle. We've been driving around in the park for probably about an hour, 45 minutes maybe. And we're going to find a hiking trail that's supposed to be beautiful. But in the process of getting to the hiking trail, we have been driving by and seeing Mount Rainier and some other mountains. So that is not Rainier, but you can see that it's still really, really beautiful. Rainier, let's see if I can get a shot of it as it comes up here, is big, still covered in snow. There's glaciers on top of it. You can actually make out a couple of the glaciers, which is really, really cool. They're not as big as they used to be, but it's still really beautiful to see anyway. Okay, so we are doing another hike today.
Another hike.
So this is kind of the setting that we are seeing right now. Of course, you have Rainier back there in the background, and these views, beautiful. We're right on the road, but our trail is right over here. So we're gonna go get started. So off of this trail here, there are a couple of lakes. This one's called Snow Lake. It's right at the base of these mountains here. So I guess when the snow melts in the spring, it all drains out into this lake. But I don't know how well you can see this, but that water is probably, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet deep, and it's crystal clear. There's another section over there I want to go check out. There's some people hanging out on the rock, but I want to see it in a little bit. But water's cold. I put my hand in it and it's freezing, but it feels good. It's really refreshing.
So saying goodbye to our camper van. Here's all of the other camper vans. There are a lot of them.
So San Francis Yacht Club behind me here. I put in my application and they denied it because they said something about having a yacht and living in San Francisco and having a lot of money. I don't know. Something. The 3 mile long, 1,200 foot.
Straight uphill. We walked for miles uphill in the snow to get back to this parking lot. Hi. And then I think there's a beach back there. And then over here, there's all of this, oh, that was close. There is, I don't know what it is, it's green. And there's lots of bushes, and I think there's a lake. Literally just threw everything back into, oh, their camper van looks nice. All right, y'all, it's the last night of our trip, and as promised, we are finally in a van down by the river.
And I live in a van down by the river.
So now we can say that we checked all the boxes.